Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks, here to bring you a special treat. At least I think it's special. You might not. If you don't like Metazoo, this one probably isn't for you. I opened a box of CN2 recently and realized that I gained the entire value of the box in a mere 2 or 3 cards. I was a little surprised by this. So, what I decided to do is buy a couple of cases, speculating that I'd be able to play the booster box game of Tolarian College fame and, well, get my money back plus some and a bunch of cards along with it just by cracking a box, finding the value cards, selling them on TCG Player, and essentially paying for the rest of the cards. So, we're going to do it. Let's jump in. Professor, this one is for you. You definitely don't need to use a razor on most of these boxes, but I like to use it anyways. Something about the feel, the sound of a blade cutting through the plastic just feels nice. Get you going in the day. Now, this box topper alone is probably worth most of the box. If I recall correctly, the other one was worth about $30 or $40. And they're all a kit, like they're a cycle. So they are each of the terrains, or what do they call it? The fourth wall effects. Terra? Yeah, Terra. And they're very special foiled versions of it. I always forget how many packs are in these things. It's such a stack. And so these are highly sought after typically. I think there's 12 or 13 of them representing each of the Terra. And so what you end up getting is a pretty decent chunk of the box right there. I want to say the lowest priced one is probably in the teens, like 15, 16. I'll double check after we open these packs here and see where we go. I do have up on my screen the highest price, like high to low listing of each card for Metazoo Cryptid Nation 2. So I can try to keep track of if I get hits. The problem is, because there's different formats, you have the hollows, the reverse hollows, and the non-hollows. TCG Player doesn't really know how to handle that very well, and there's not a lot of sales in Cryptid Nation 2 so far because it's a relatively recent product. It's just getting into people's hands. I mean, there's listings 18, 20, 30, 40, whatever, they're up there, but it's just not as much. It's not as settled as the other markets. So I think these prices, though they are listed high to low, aren't exactly representative of the value. So I'm going to have to dig into each card individually, find the specific thing, whether it's hollow, reverse hollow, etc. And then from there, I will, determine the value of the hits, if it, as it were, and then go, deeper and determine if I manage to hit a box. Now, as of this time, Cryptid Nation 2 booster box costs $89. It's drifted up about 10% from $80. I believe my cost basis for this box is $86. We're going to target the $90 replacement cost. So we're going to try to hit $90 worth of value and as few cards as possible. And then, if we hit that, then we'll open the next box saying, essentially it's a trade. It's an even trade. I'll put some of the cards up for sale. Some of them I will probably keep because I think what I'm going to try to do for a personal collection stance is collect all the, kind of rare special cards. And then the rest of them will go up for sale and will probably sell for less. As I said before, I already bought a case. I actually bought 2 cases, so I have plenty of stock here to try this experiment, but I have a feeling that it's going to be relatively easy. The first box I did, like I said, it was 2 or 3 cards. There's, 32 packs in here? 32 or 36 packs, something like that. And it was only 2 or 3 cards that hit the box value. I did get lucky. Some of them were high value cards, so there's that. But I just have a feeling that the distribution in these boxes is great, and you have a high probability of hitting the value you're looking for. Now, the one question on this is, do we end up seeing a fluctuation in price with the cards coming down over time, which is quite possible because if this works this well, I'm sure a lot of other people are going to pick up on it very quickly and do the same thing. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump in, start opening packs, and I'll talk through what I see. One other rule I think I'll consider for this is I will sell it at, say, 10% under the low for the format. And that's to represent that even if I end up keeping it for the purposes of keeping score, the idea that I want to move them quickly, so I would be replacing the box, per the usual game. And that would be, oh nice, I love the chibi Kitzel. That would represent the idea that I'm just trying to move them as fast as possible. So here we go. Full Hollow Nightcrawler. That I know has some value. I love this Dark Aura too. Look at this. So I might be able to pause after 2 or 3 packs and, and just say we won. Oh, this game, the value in these cards. I was less into Metazoo before, but I am more and more into it because of the financial value and the interest. Let me get some light on here. Maybe that'll help you guys see the cards a little bit better, a little bit clearer. There we go. Because of the financial value and the whole situation. Oh, Chupacabra. That's another good one. I'm pretty sure that's a high-end hit. I don't see it on the list right in front of me. But that doesn't, again, it doesn't mean much because the way TCG Player marks these things out. Yeah, let's see. Because these are full hollows. So these typically full hollows are more value than the reverse hollow. Not always. There's a couple cases where it's the opposite, but I think typically that's the case. So here we go. Here's a Metal Man that's just a reverse hollow. I think this is less value. I had one of those last time, and when I looked it up, oops, don't cover the Squonk. Squonk is our good luck charm. He helped us out last time. He's going to help us out this time, too. Everyone loves the Squonk. Yeah, I think I got the same format last time, and it was still a couple bucks, like $5 or $6. If you recall the list of value cards, I love Lightning in a Bottle. That's such a good card. Oh, God. Jesus. I may have just done it. Chessie is worth something too. All right, we'll open one more, see if we hit something really crazy like a Mothman. And then I'll pause and see if we already won the game. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll open the the box topper too, because we know those hold a lot of value. So I'll add up these 6 cards and see if we already have, oh my God, and a Bigfoot full hollow. Now, I don't think this one's as much. I want to say it's like $8 or $9, but again, prices have changed. You know, it might be different. Let's go ahead and open this box topper and see if we've already paid for the box. Which, if you're just a card flipper, like that's your business model, little ding, or not ding, but a little bent. Not too bad. You can get a couple books and flatten that out. But if you're a card shop, like this is a golden way to sell singles and make money. Shipping single cards is cheap. For the value of these cards, you know, if they're in the $10 plus range, that's not a bad situation at all. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, Ocean. God, that's pretty. I see why people love this, like love these sets. They're just really nice looking. And when you pull a Terra out, it's like it's an important mechanic into the game. So when you get it in your deck, you usually have like one. And so when you get it, it's a unique and rare opportunity that pumps your deck. So having this foil version pop out and be like, boom, onto the battlefield, yeah, that's a good feeling. And you want it to be bling. So I see why people love this. All right, I'm going to pause this and go look up the value of these cards here and see if we already won, because I have a feeling if we haven't yet, we're really close. Oh, let me sort these out real quick. So Fresno, yeah, these are all full hollows. Okay, you can see them. I don't want to mess with the cards, so when I come back, it will be exactly as we left it. Okay, we're back. Just did a quick price check. Okay, prices have come down since that first Cryptid Nation box, which makes sense, right? It's been out for a bit. There's some supply hitting. People are moving cards. People did pick up on this, and clearly they're using the market to their advantage, which is awesome and smart. As of right now, we are at a total of $29.50 between these cards. Several of them I'm not counting because they're under my $2 mark. So the ones that are of value, we'll move the other ones out, are Chessie and Bigfoot. So Chupacabra and Fresno Pants are not as valuable as I thought. You know, sometimes you get a wrong call. They're still, you know, a couple bucks. Like I think they were like $1.70 or something like that. So they're not nothing cards, but there's plenty of them out there. And Metal Man, as I suspected, because it's the reverse hollow, was also $1.88. So they're both, or they're all three, you know, a couple dollar cards. You know, they're not bad. They're definitely something to hold on to. But they are not, you know, hitting the target quickly like we want to do here. And so currently, yeah, and this was $20. And, oh, yeah, so the prices, let me go through it. $25, $7 and $6.63 for these three. But what I did was I cut the price down to say I'm selling it quickly. So I counted this one as $20, this is $5, and this is $4.50. So we're at $29.50 so far, just with the 4 packs I opened, whatever it was. So let's keep going. Let's see how we do. I have a feeling it won't be hard to hit it though. Now, granted, a big chunk of that value did come from the one box topper, which is cool and makes sense. It should be the valuable card, and you should feel like you got something. That's awesome. Yeah, Squonk, give us that luck. Yeah, this is probably not worth checking because it's a reverse hollow. Let's just keep going and see if we get any more hits. But the point being that it was only 4 cards in, and we're now a third of the way to the target, call it. So not too bad, not too bad. And yeah, these Beast of Busco. Let's see, how do I want to do this since I already priced these ones out? I'll move them up. Oh, shoot. And we'll start these here. We'll probably end up pausing again because I imagine we'll get to a point where it looks like we have it again, and I'll check the prices. But it is worth noting, this won't work for long. I imagine these prices will continue to fall. If you think about it, it makes total sense. People are getting the boxes, they're realizing the value, they're opening them, cracking them, and selling the singles like I intend to do. If I don't, make the money back, that's okay. Again, happy to collect all these cards. I do want a bunch of them. There are a bunch in here, and this is one thing that's not reflected in the market yet. I brought it up in the mail day video yesterday. There's a bunch of cards in this set in general that are reserve list, right? So if I run across any of those, I'll set them aside. They probably are not worth anything right now. Oh, there's another Chessie, so we know that's another $7 there. So we're at $36.50. Oh no, sorry, I was counting that as 5, so we're at $34.50. Yep, yeah, so $34.50. This might be worth a few bucks, I can't recall. So yeah, if we hit any of the reserve list, it's worth keeping an eye on and putting them aside. I thought I mixed them up. The reason why is their price will probably go up in value. They just made the announcement yesterday. It doesn't look like the market's reacting at all yet, which is fine. So that's what it is. It's a speculation for the long term. I think the reserve list is going to have value over the long term, especially as this gets in front of more kids and they start getting into the collecting side of it. Kind of a la Pokemon situation, and they will end up wanting this. Oh, that's a huge hit. I know that's actually on the list of the top on the top page. Let me go back to that. Because when I was navigating away, I don't know. TCG player's been acting buggy recently, so it might be a challenge to get back to that. It's something about the way the filters work. It like resets the page cache and it won't go back. It ends up back at like the very front page. Well, this is boring content for you, so let's just keep going. Pretty sure that's a major hit though. We won't be at box completion at that point. That is definitely just call it like $10, $20 maybe. So it's a good hit, but it's not. Oh, geez, 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, it was on the Bigfoot. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see what the full hollow's worth, and we might be there at this point. Hollow. Well, it seems to be plenty in stock, so it's probably not worth as much as I thought. Yeah, it's like $4. So it's a hit, but not like huge. Keep going. Uh-oh. Are the odds of getting different things, a variant? I will say both of those are reserve list now, so that is a killer hit that I will be keeping. I will not sell those. And another one, okay, something happened. Something happened. 3 in a row. The collation on this, and I think the full hollows or something may be more common, because think about it. We had 1 non-hollow, and then these 3, the rest were full hollows. This is crazy. I wonder if this is how it was with the first edition. There's a Walking Sam. I believe he was on the front page too. Maybe not. I don't see him. Okay. So we'll keep him down here as a maybe. And we'll keep going. I might speed up some of this and if it gets a little slow in what there is to say about it, but it's definitely interesting to me. Oh yeah, Blood Ruby. Another reserve list card, full hollow. I guess the second edition ones are going to be pretty common, or at least it seems like it based on our little sample here. Collation issues, seem to be working out in my favor. Hey, Squonk. Don't crash, Squonk. Alright, so that's the reverse of that. Oops. It's over there. Let's see how far we get. Hey, if I lose, that's okay. That means I got a bunch of sealed boxes I get to put on my shelf, and I'm okay with that. Because I think they will go up in value, being the only second edition. Look at that, another Blood Ruby. The only second edition product to be in booster box format. If you're not aware of what I'm talking about, apparently they will only be doing second edition as specialized like blister products and such for Targets and Walmarts and that sort of thing. Oh, babe, that's another hit. I don't know how big of a hit, but it's a hit. Let's see, the ones we're really looking for. Mothman, obviously. Sinclair, Ghost Train, Chaos Crystal, Quetzalcoatl, Phoenix Rain, Power Up Red, Uncle Sam, Loveland, which I'd love to get, Jersey Devil, Holy Gem, Lightning Glass. So some of these artifacts are in the top tier. So Medium's Third Eye, that's a good one. Another reserve list card. Wow, I'm getting lucky on these pools. This is great. Yeah, that's listed on the first page, so that's definitely up there. Let's move these out of the way. We might be at box now. Let's we'll go ahead and do this one pack and then take a look again. Pause it and see where we left off. I love this card. Look at this. You see this anti-magic? It's the little Loveland frog. He's been turned into a frog. So he was always a frog, and then he became a magic wizard frog because the anti-magic field turned him into a frog. What? So he wasn't a wizard that turned into a frog? He was a frog that turned into a wizard? This is the little details like that, man. They make me laugh. That's why I enjoy this game. Just slipping through it, reading the cards and things, and it's fun. It's got a lot of funny things. All right, let's pause this real quick. Let me do a price check, and then we'll continue on our merry way. All right, so we're at $58 in total. These, let me get this out of the way. Black hole shards are each going for about 4. I listed them as 3 for the purposes of the game. Blood rubies, 350 listed as 250 for the game. Babe is listed as 425, so I did 350 for the game, and then this medium's third eye is a good hit too at $6, but I listed for 5. So we're at a total of 58 with this stack of cards right here. The rest of these are essentially free. Oops, I forgot to look up the Beast and Walking Sam. Well, that's all right. They're probably not worth that much. We'll do it at the next pause. So I think we're going to get there is the point. But we are more than halfway through the box, so let's keep going. Maybe we don't, This is the point of the game, right? See what we get, see how much value we can get out of this. Again, I'm still happy to have the sealed product if one of these fails. I kind of want it to fail. I mean, I don't, because if it's like make money on one side or have a bunch of sealed product on the other. So it's kind of a win-win for me. No matter what happens, I end up being happy with the situation. Let's just get through it. We'll just finish the whole box, I think. I know Death Beam's worth something. I think that's on the top page too. I thought I saw that, but it's a specific hollowing, and I'm not sure if it's the full or reverse. This might be one of those ones that the reverse looks cooler than the full, or maybe I'm getting that backwards. But if it is, we'll find out at the end here. Lightning in Bottle. Oh, this is another reserve list card. So that's going to be valuable, although it is the reverse hollow, so not as valuable. But because it's a reserve list card, I'm holding on to that. I'm not selling it. I'll still count it for the points of the game, but a lot of these cards, because I don't have that much Cryptid Nation 2. In fact, I only have the one box I've opened. A lot of these cards, we know this one's not worth anything, are going to go into a collection for me, because I want to build up the collection a little bit, make sure I have some exposure to this stuff. Some of the moves Mike is making is amazing. So, hey, now that we're a few minutes into this and a lot of people aren't paying attention, damn, Lightning Glass is another hit. Let's go ahead and do the hashtag. What do you guys say? Let's see, what should we hashtag today? Let's do hashtag keep it up, Mike. I like that one, yeah. Keep it up, Mike, because Mike has been killing it with this stuff and increasing the value of my cardboard. And I like that. Who doesn't like a CEO that's increasing the value of their cardboard? I mean, sure, there's also the game factor to consider, but I'll be honest, the game is freaking fun. It's, in my opinion, Magic light, and that's not even the right way to put it. Magic fun and friendly, right? It has a mode about it that feels more fun and friendly, as opposed to, I guess Magic's really competitive, or you get that whole like take it too seriously sort of feel to it, or maybe the rules are, very regimented, and this is kind of soft and friendly and like treat it like that. Now, granted, oh god, that's gorgeous. So this will be the more valuable version of this. Look at this. God, that's such a nice looking card. That foiling. God. I love that. That is just really nice. Someday these are all going to be collector's pieces, I have a feeling. But anyway, so yeah, the gameplay is fun. And check out Tommy's other videos. He talks about the competition giveaway. By the way, if you haven't been paying attention, the hashtag competition is a giveaway at 100 subscribers. So when I say a hashtag in any video, you should put it in the comments, and that will give you a ticket into the drawing. And the more times you manage to do it, accurately, mind you can't just put random hashtags in there, but you actually match the hashtag that's called for, the more tickets you will have to win either a full box opening of Cryptid Nation 2, this box, or a full box opening of EVR when it comes out, because that should be coming out pretty soon. So that's the giveaway at 100 subscribers. We will go back through all the comments. I already started working on a little script to extract all the hashtags, and essentially we'll use those as the tickets. There's a way on that. I don't know if you've seen other giveaways where they have the little wheel on the website that spins like comment names or whatever. Well, there's a way you can enter names based on other things. I'm going to do a script too. That's a good card, Scattershot. Hodag. I just like Hodag. There's a way to do it where you weight it. So each individual has like, maybe 3 entries, 4 entries, some have 1, etc. So there'll be bigger slices of the pie the more entries you have. And so we will be using that as a basis for it. So the more hashtags that you have committed to our videos in the past that are tied to the hashtag in the video, the more likely you are to win one of the prizes. And there will be 2 drawings, 2 separate videos. So you don't have to worry about that. The Fab one, there's a Fab video. Look in the content section. It was, I think it's called Last Call and 100 subscriber giveaway, something like that. If you leave the Fab hashtag there, then, another blue, another babe. Then what happens is you end up getting more tickets to the Fab drawing, and those ones won't be included to the Metazoo drawing. So it allows us to determine like what people are interested in, what they want, and then also for you to not get a bunch of stuff you don't like. So if you're all into Fab and you don't want Metazoo, then you do not have to participate in the Metazoo one. So it has clearly balanced out. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but we're now a lot more. Oh, that's a full hollow, but that is 2. Okay, maybe. Oh, that is 2. Okay, maybe not so. Okay, no, I lied. I thought it balanced out. Where these reverse hollows, which are probably not worth anything, were about the same, but I will say not, because these aren't even all. See, that's a full. That's a full. That's a full. That's a reverse. There we go. Jeez, so there's only that many reverse. I think they got the collation backwards again. This happened in Nightfall, I think. The spell books had less. They had more of these reverse foils and like almost none of these full hollows. And so what ended up happening was the boxes are overvalued, because instead of being the proper ratio, the boxes themselves have a heck of a lot more of these reverses. And I think it happened again. I don't know why this is happening, but I think it happened again because that was it. This is all the reverse hollows. I bet the spell books for this are all these types of cards of reverse hollows, and the boxes are heavily weighted towards these, which is why you get way more value than the MSRP, because these are typically more valuable in the market. Pretty interesting if you ask me. But this is a 2nd edition product, so it will be lower value than the 1st edition product. So yeah, let's see what we get here. Yep, there we go. 1 to add to the pile. Last pack, then I'll go ahead and calculate up where we landed. Maybe we didn't win. I don't know. These are pretty good. I know these are good. This one we already have a price for. Was that $4.25? So it's another $3.50. So that puts it, just knowing this one, it's at $61.50. We need to get to $89 because that's what the current market price is. So, and we didn't get any of the major hits. No Mothman. Giant Salamander. Full hollow. So yeah, so this one may have ended the box game. That would be a little sad because I was looking forward to opening a bunch of boxes. I'll have to come up with a new game if that's the case. Well, anyways, let me double check. Let's see. Let's not give up yet. We might have won this. We might be able to move on to the next box, which will be a separate episode. I'm not going to bore you guys with 6 hours of me rambling on about Metazoo cards. So, anyways, let me check the prices. We'll be right back, and then we'll dig into what the results are. All right, we're back. Got our good luck squonk positioned in the upper left to look upon our value and see if it's worth everything we hope. Get these sleeves out of frame here. All right, what do you guys think? Did we hit it? Did we make it? We were pretty close, but it wasn't like a certainty at the end there. We didn't hit any of the big, the big ones like the Mothman or the Jersey Devil or any of that stuff. So what do you think? You think we got it? Think we got it? Well, let's go through it. Let's find out, and then I'll explain why I have these other piles out here. Basically, I realized that I'm a fool, and I need to retract something I said earlier. So let's go ahead and break it down. Chessie, these are each worth $7. I had 2 of them that came out, and then we have the Bigfoot. It is looking at $6.63 now. Remember, I'm discounting the price, so if you add along with me, it will add up to much more than the value of the box, but the idea is I'm discounting it to move them quickly. So I'll give you the totals at the end. Black Hole Shards, which I had 3 of, they go for $4. Blood Rubies, 2 of, they go for $3.50. Babes, 2 of, Babe the Blue Ox, $4.25. Medium's Third Eye, and that one goes for $6. And then Death Beam is actually a pretty good hit. I did not realize this was as valuable a card as it is. Target beastie is destroyed. Okay, it's just like straight removal. Yeah, yep, that would do it. You can no longer contract light pages for the rest. Wow, interesting. Death Beam, pretty powerful, but has a little bit of a downside. Not a huge downside though, because if you're playing dark, you don't care about light as much. Anyways, Death Beam's a good hit at $8.17. Eternal Snowflakes, both the foil and reverse foil, or hollow and reverse hollow, is $4 for the reverse, $5.50 for the full. Lightning Glass is at $8.59, and then of course we have the Ocean, which goes for $25. Now, with my reduced cost value, we get to $83 and some change, I think. So we didn't make it, except I went over to this pile here and looked up these Walking Sams, and sure enough, they're $4.50 each. I called them $4, and that gets us over at 91. So we did make it, but barely. So yeah. These boxes, they're worth their value. Now, granted, this was really close, and will I be able to sell all of this at the discounted rates I have? I'll list some of them, especially the dupes, but I won't list all of them. I won't list the reserve list cards. So what that means is I won't get the full value of the box back, in cash, which is fine because again, part of this is just doing it for the collection. And if I'm not quick enough, I'm not able to, beat the market by enough. If there's not enough volume moving, which I did look at some sale listings, and they are moving. Like there's multiple sales in most of these cards every day. So the singles do move. It's just for me to move them and make sure I move them quick. I might not even have to mark them down as far as I did. So I might, when I take the ones I want to sell and put them up, I'll put them up at a slight discount just to be the lowest there and see if they move. If they don't move within 24 hours, then I'll drop them down to the price I'm talking about for the purposes of scoring this. I won't report back on this because it's going to be kind of arbitrary. For example, I'll sell one of the babes, maybe even both, because I think I have another one. I'm keeping the Medium's Third Eye, the Rubies, the Black Shard. Bigfoot, I think I have another of. Chessie, I definitely have. Let's see. Walking Sams, I'll probably get rid of at least one. None of these. And Death Beam I'll probably hold on to just because if it's holding value on its mechanics now, it's going to be an iconic card in the future, so I'll hold on to those. But all of these I want to keep because these ones, not this, but all these are reserve lists, so I'm holding on to those permanently. Obviously, this is a collector item, so I'm holding on to that. So I'm really only selling these cards. I won't make up the value of the box. Now, how I screwed up. Let's dig over here. Remember how I said I didn't have any reverse hollows. I was wrong. Here's the whole pile of them. So I had a stack here, and somewhere along the way, I just put a whole pack on top of it. And I didn't realize what that stack was until I was cleaning up. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. I'm definitely not a professional card slinger like some out there. But these have value too. I mean, it might only be like a couple bucks, but they're not nothing. I'll tell you that. And then these also have value, full hollows that were not over the $2 mark, but they're all like 170, 180, so they're close. And then Squonk is just Squonk. You can't deny the Squonk. He's too cool. So you got that going for you. But so we ended up beating the box value. So I will do another opening. It will probably be a couple days. I might post them a week apart. I'm not sure exactly how our schedule is right now because we have a lot of content coming with Flesh and Blood news coming out. There's all the leaks happening. We have the podcast later on Sunday, and this will probably go out after that. So we had it yesterday, I guess, and then we'll just fill in the gaps with this content for now. Hopefully it doesn't chase a bunch of people away that don't like Metazoo. But it's okay. We have plenty of fab stuff to talk about because we are in spoiler season. It already started this morning. I am super excited. Some of the stuff that they're already showing. Oh, Merchant just got revealed a few hours ago. Yeah, boy. And this mat that has like a illusionist with swords. We think it's an illusionist with swords flying around her. Kind of looks like Singing Steelblade, I think. But it's like a different hero, and that looks really cool. People are speculating it's just a straight illusionist as opposed to a light illusionist, and that's why it's all blue. Some are speculating that it's like an ice warrior, which is also possible, I suppose, right? Because the elemental warriors have or elemental characters have special kind of powers, right? Like, effects that look magical. So I don't know. Hopefully we find out. There's only 4 heroes in the set, though. We do know that now, and we have 3 of them. So who's the 4th one? Can't wait to find out. Lots of cool leaks are coming as of later today for me. It will be as of yesterday for you, and then the rest of the week is going to be full of stuff. So it's going to be exciting. I'm super pumped. We are in what is going to be my favorite time of the collectible season since we've begun this. It's a new release. New mechanics, new meta. The Australian and New Zealand finals happen, so yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting times. It will be fun. So anyways, that's it for this. The game will continue. We did beat the box. It was barely, and then I will sell these cards that I don't want to hold on to and make a little money back for the channel, and we'll build up a little cash reserve to go open some more box for you. All right, that's it for today. Don't forget about the hashtag competition, and let's have a good time out there. Have some fun, crack some packs, do stuff that brings you joy, get happy. There's a lot of good stuff out in the world, and no need to dwell on the negative when there's lots of fun to be had. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Have a good one.